The U.S. troop surge succeeded in taking back big chunks of territory from the Taliban. But with the last of those 33,000 troops gone, it's largely down to Afghan security forces to hold on. Lieutenant Colonel Leroy Barker showed us an area past this checkpoint where Taliban fighters persist.
There's been operation after operation to kind of clear that area, but it's not as easy as it looks.
This used to be a U.S. base. Now it's a checkpoint manned by Afghan police protecting a vital road that's under constant threat from the Taliban. But it still receives plenty of hands-on U.S. support. This is what military officials call mentoring, training Afghan security forces to stand alone while still providing military backup. That includes teaching them to find homemade bombs, the biggest threat here.
AK-47 or a remote device or with wires on it to preserve that evidence.
Rick Poore, formerly of the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, trains police on how to secure a crime scene, sort of a CSI Kandahar. And there has been progress. Afghan forces now take the lead role in defending against attacks like the Taliban assault on the U.S. Embassy in Kabul. NATO officials say Afghans now participate in 90% of military operations. That's cause for optimism, says analyst Michael O'Hanlon of the Brookings Institute.
I mean, if you give them a gun and you tell them where the enemy is, and you ask them to maybe cover for each other as they move from, rock to rock or building to building, they can do that kind of simple stuff because they are fighters.
Yet, Afghan forces remain vulnerable. Last month, they failed to stop a suicide bomber from killing 12 foreigners in Kabul. 11 years after U.S. troops and allies topped the Taliban, Afghan forces are still unable to hold their own against a determined enemy. Charlie Daggett, CBS News, Shah Wali Kot, Afghanistan.